Prema, then Mahesh.
Like the fearsome action.
Namaste, Guruji.
Namaste.
That Sahanavavatu, that first two Saha, does it also mean Saha together? Saha?
Yeah, so Shankaracharya in Kathopanishad he explains that. So Saha, he takes it as together. Saha, like the Tritiya, Saha Tritiya he takes.
Maya Saha. Together,
Yeah,
because
together.
there also later it comes together. So everywhere that can be interpreted that way also, right?
That way also you can interpret.
Okay. Thank you, Guruji.
So Saha, some substance is what? That word Saha means together. Together. May you protect both of us together. Okay, Premaji.
Guruji, I just want to clarify something. We were talking about electricity, and we were talking about it being a conductor to promote certain activities of the mind, body, intellect, etc. Now, the electricity by itself is operative, and these latent tendencies of the jiva are also there. What promotes this activity between the Atman and the jiva? And the quest starts to want to know who you are and how does it fructify. Because independently, without any action, they will not connect. Electricity cannot plug in itself. Something has to plug into the electricity to get the motion going. So if independently, there are two units, how do they unite to become one?
So I heard two questions. One is how does Atma and the Jiva unite? That is one question. Is that your main question?
No, it's not how they unite. I'm seeing them as two different entities. One is the prerana, and the other one is taking the prerana to express itself. Am I right?
Self-inquiry? Are you talking about self-inquiry itself?
I don't know. I'm just wondering what the process is.
Process of self. How does one want to know the Atma? Is that your question?
Yes. Also,
right.
And how does this electricity that you're talking about, which sustains all of us, is the knower of everything, doesn't do anything, create a desire in something that's only a receptacle and is performing under the guidance and inspiration of that which is Atman or Brahman? How it's the same question. I think it was raised before. The student asks the teacher, how did this start? We studied that a little while ago.
Yeah, so there the student in Kenopanishad, the student is asking, is there something behind all the things we see? All the things that are obvious to everybody. Okay, is there something behind all these things? Like that he's asking. Chetaita. Is there somebody who's playing a game here? Quietly, That is the question. He uses two words. One is kena ichitam, kena preshitam. Two words he uses. He uses two words. He's asking, hey, is there some devata, some god, some god out there who is remotely controlling me? Okay, that is one type of question. Or is there something else whose mere presence, sannidhi matrena? Okay, something like that. Is it there? Like that, the student has a doubt. And so then beautiful answers are being given. Yes, of course there is something. Of course there is something. Because behind every mithya, there has to be satyam. There has to be something underlying everything. Okay, everything is not absolutely what it seems to be. Okay, that we understand. And so that is the trigger for us to pursue this further. Okay, and on top of that, as told by Sri Krishna, that Atma is unlike everything else. Atma is unlike everything else. And everything else is anityam. Atma is nityam. Everything else is sagunam. Atma is nirgunam. So all these are interesting things we hear about Atma from our Shastram. So again, depending on what you're asking, that trigger to know the Atma comes by what? Through our experiences only. We're about to see that in Mundaka Upanishad. Pariksha lokan karmachitan, he's going to say. It is not automatic. A person doesn't come to ask the question Keneshitam automatically. It is not automatic. Things that are automatic are physical growth of the body is automatic. Physical growth of the body is automatic. There is nothing we have to do other than to keep on filling our stomachs. That's all you have to do. But the growth is automatic. Growth, we don't have to do anything special. You can't stop the body from growing. The child's body cannot but grow. Okay, so that is automatic. But emotional maturity is not automatic. Not automatic. That's why so many books are there in the bookshelf. Psychology section, we go. Why so many books? Because emotional maturity is not automatic. You have to go. I have to. If I have an anger problem, I have to sort out the anger problem somehow or the other. After ruining my family, then the guy says, "Oh my God, everything is gone," and then somebody says, "This is your problem." Finally, he is able to accept that that is my problem. That is a very big thing. And then once the person accepts, 90% of the problem solved. So that is not automatic, correct? Emotional maturity is not automatic. Then what about this Brahma Vidya, desire for knowing this Brahman? That is also not automatic. Just like that person figured out, I have an emotional problem, I need to find a way out. I need to seek help somehow. Like that, this person and the adhikaris figured out, because there is Atma and Atma Viveka, figured out, okay, I have to know this Atma. Like that, that adhikaritvam is there. That also is not automatic. Not automatic. So, does that help you somewhat?
If it is not automatic, how is it triggered? What is the process that brings that desire or that desperate need? For example, if we have electricity and we have all our functions as refrigerators or blenders or something, it only makes us function to that extent.
So, if it is not automatic, then your question is, then what is it that makes the person decide that, I'm in the wrong track, I have to do something different? Okay. Same thing. What is it that angry person would say that, I have to sort out my problem. All along it was your problem. Finally, I realize it is my problem. Correct? What is it that makes this change happen? It's a revolution for that person. And for everybody else around the person also, it's a big revolution. Okay. There is only one word we can use for this. Punyam is all we can say. Punyam. Punyam. Because if I give you some other answer, then we will go after some other answer. but it is not available. Maybe that person had good friends. Maybe he had something to be able to accept that I have a problem itself is a huge thing. Who is going to accept they have problems? Please tell me. Nobody is going to accept. And even if I accept I have a problem, I may not be ready to address the problem. I'm born like that. You have to put up with me, okay? Huh? You have to put up with me. I'm telling you, you have a problem. You're telling me you have to put up with me. So I may be not ready. So it is all punyam all the way. Punyam all the way. There's no other answer we can give, Premaj. Really, I'm telling you.
So you have your own solution.
Correct. That's why we have to get punyam. That's why all the karma kanda, everything we got the punyam. Artha kama dharma is important. Dharma is critical for us to get the punyam, so that we can be able to, we can come out of that cycle.
Thank you for that beautiful explanation. It fell into
If we had given a categorical answer, then all of us can go and get that category. We can go to Walmart and buy that. Not possible.
It's an individual's love.
What makes for a good functional family? Please tell me. Families are the dysfunctional families are there, functional families are there. Tell me what is that? How do you make a dysfunctional family into a functional family? What is the answer? So many books are written on this. It is anybody's guess. It's anybody's guess. Ishvara Kripa is needed for this. Sometimes the solution is right there, but you know what? I may not be ready for it, or I may not even see the solution. Everybody sees the solution but me. That's how it is.
That's why it's a soul journey. One person's track. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Maheshi.
Namaste, Jayakumarji. You mentioned some, what is that, Upanishad.org? Is that the website you said? About all the...
Okay. So what we'll do is, we will, so between Ramoji and I, we will compile a list of references, okay? And there are, I'll provide a list, because there are certain things among these many sites, there are some that are very good. So I will compile a list and send it to you. What I quoted was upanishads.org.in. I think that is the one I quoted.
Because I tried that, because after org, if you put in, it says doesn't exist. So I don't know.
Let me check.
Maybe accessing from here is an issue. I don't know.
So what I said is correct. So Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, upanishads.org.in. It is working for me.
Upanishad.org.in. Okay. Okay, I will check it.
Plural.
I'll check it again.
Plural. Upanishads.
Oh, okay. I'll check it.
Aurobindo Institute.
I'll check it.
Aurobindo Institutes.
Okay. So we'll do that. So rather than
Maheshi, it works. Upanishads.org.in works.
Okay. Okay, fine.
So we'll do that. Let's do this. I will. It's been in my mind to compile a list of references and send it to you. So that's it. We have now come a long way, and we are
Upanishads.org. Okay.
correct. .in.
Yeah.
.org.in.
No. Upanishads.org.in.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. So another question is in this the last one we did, sloka number 129. When you say, when you translate Sannidhi Matrena, is it like a mere presence? Is a better translation?
Yeah, mere presence. Correct. That's a better translation. Yes.
Yeah.
What did we translate as?
very presence.
Very present. Okay, mere is better. I like mere.
And
Does
the
only
second,
also make sense, Guruji? Only.
no, mere
Illa,
presence, just by the
illa,
presence of.
mere presence. Mere
Okay.
presence.
Another thing is on the same sloka, prerita comes from prerana.
Yes, same thing.
Huh?
Prerana,
Okay,
prerita.
so
Same.
so prerana means like something influencing or nudging.
Correct. Correct. Influencing, encouraging. You can
Or
use
nudging
whatever
or
words.
whatever.
Ah,
You push or pushing.
correct. Correct.
Okay,
Correct.
thank you. That's all.
Inside prerita, eva is there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, prerana, prerita, what is the difference? Prerana is
The prerana
done
means
by who
see,
is
prerana means wait. Prerana means inspiration. Prerita, inspired. Because these are all
inspired.
inspired by Atma. Passive. Inspired by
Okay.
passive voice. जिसको प्रेरणा मिल गया वह प्रेरित है.
Okay.
हाँ.
Okay. As though inspired. Okay.
Correct.
We translated as though engaged. Yeah. So.
Yeah. As if engaged, as if inspired. Yeah.
Or influenced. Something like that.
Definitely.
Thank you, Ji. Thank you much.
Yeah. Ramesh ji.
Jai Kumar ji, this is a very fascinating concept of Atma and Chaitanya. And when I was taking care of a lot of patients with the brain injury, okay, they can see, they can hear, they don't know what's going on. Something is missing. And I was trying to analyze what are the concept here explained in today's lecture and last lecture. Could you please explain the compare and contrast between Atma and Chaitanya, which is more important for the survival physically, and for functionally, higher level thinking, higher level functions?
Yeah. Good question. So, as a medical doctor, Ramesh ji is asking this question. He's talking about survival, just pure survival. So, tubes are going in, this, that, everything. Person is very much alive and able to hear. Also, you said able to see. Also, maybe looking at it and saying, maybe nodding the head or something like that. Okay, maximum.
They won't understand what's going on there. It needs Chaitanya to analyze what is going on this. And Atma, and that is the overlapping confusion and overlapping concept. Atma and Chaitanya.
So Ramesh is trying to attempt. He is trying to attempt to bifurcate Atma into knowledge and then consciousness and existence and all that, and then trying to say which of these three is best for the patient, or which one contributes to what for the patient. Okay, that is the question. Okay, now I have some news for you, Ramesh. I have some news for you. Okay, the news is this existence and this consciousness are both one and the same. Okay,
Yes,
one and
that's
the same.
comparison.
That means what is self-existent must be conscious also. You cannot separate consciousness and self-existence. I'm purposely using the word self-existence because everything, so many objects are there here, they are also existing only. Laptop is existing, I am also, body is existing, all of us are existing only. But no, we are talking about Atma, which is self-existent, always exists. Nobody can destroy the existence of Atma. Okay. That existent entity must be awareful, must be conscious also. They are not two separate entities. So, back to your patient. The patient is obviously alive. Okay, alive. So, therefore, the Atma is now there in the patient. Atma is there even in the dead patient. But what is the difference between a dead person and a live person? Atma is there in both. But Atma is consciousness. But how come this body is not conscious? This body is conscious? Well, consciousness is manifesting, and in some places it can manifest even more to make the heart beat and make the body live. But here also Atma is there. Atma is consciousness still. Atma did not lose consciousness. But that consciousness is not able to manifest here the way you and I want it to manifest. Okay, the way the doctor wants it to manifest. So that same Atma is there, but manifest differently. Because in order for that consciousness to manifest the way we want it to be in a live body, a lot of cooperation has to be there. A lot of parts have to work together. It's a major, like in a drama, so many people are acting together, and everybody has to really work with each other to make that drama alive. And so, like that, it's happening in this body, but not in this body. In that patient's body, lot of organs are not working the way they should work, including the brain. And so the doctors are trying hard to do what? They can't do anything to Atma. They can't do anything to Atma. They're trying hard to make sure the organs are all working properly, and all the nervous system is working properly. Blood circulation, is it all working properly? Is the heart beating properly? So different specialities are coming together and making, they're really working like a concert. The major concert happening, no? In a in a in
Yeah,
any hospital. In any hospital.
in orchestra. Yeah.
So that's my observation, Rameshji.
You have explained beautifully, but in a brain injury patient, okay, pure brain injury patient, all organs are working what they're supposed to be working as such, except his analytical ability or consciousness, whether he doesn't know whether he is living or dead. And sometimes automatically some response comes, some intermittently, without any meaning. I think for that to get the life for the brain injury patient, the thing what it does give the consciousness or the life is a Chaitanya. Without Chaitanya, it won't happen. Does it make sense?
So yeah, so all parts are working except because it's brain injury. It
Yeah.
is not kidney injury or leg injury or anything like that.
No,
Just pure brain injury. Okay.
anoxic encephalopathy, that happens more often with the sudden heart attack patients.
Okay.
Suddenly, when they lose the blood supply to the brain, more than 3 to 5 minutes, they develop the oxygen depletion to the brain. The specific, very sensitive nerves that will be not function properly, but other things are recovery when the electric shock or heart pumping, resuscitation, other things can come up. But it takes brain recovery, it takes long time. And that is what I was thinking, what is missing here? To put scientifically and Vedantic perspective, they all explained beautifully in these two slokas how they're interrelated, and Atma is there, all pervasive, it is everybody is there, in everybody it is there, but whether to function properly, it needs a Chaitanya.
Right. Right. Good point. So that Chaitanyam is there, but now we are getting into the realm of mind itself
Yeah.
or brain function itself. for all the interconnectivities of all the complicated neural structure of the brain and whatnot. Okay, and so that same consciousness is there in a dead brain also. In a
Yes.
fully functional brain also, that same consciousness is there.
Yeah.
But that I wish that consciousness would make the person fully consciousness like a normal human being. That fully consciousness of everybody is a function of the mind. It is not the function of Atma. Atma
Yes.
is always fully conscious.
Yeah.
Atma is what donates the consciousness. The question is, the Atma is donating consciousness. The guy is receiving this consciousness, whether the guy is capable of receiving that consciousness or not, and using it to its fullest extent.
Yes.
That is the question. That is where a doctor like you comes and says, I want to do my best to make the person revive, let the heart come back to normal, let the oxygen come back to normal, and anything else that is there, I want to make sure it is all proper so that his recovery is fast. Correct?
Yes.
Atma
Yes.
is not involved in any of these things.
Yes. Silent observer. Yeah.
Correct. Correct.
That's a
Guruji,
fascinating thing. It's like what you told in earlier about the electric bulb and electricity. You can't see the electricity. Without that, it doesn't work. Electric bulb. Like mind is there, buddhi to act on that one, you need to have the chaitanya.
Correct. Correct.
Yeah, yes.
And when we were young, you know what? This bulb used to be there, and the bulb is fused. It won't. Then I open the bulb and see what it is. Eh, the filament is there. It is hanging now because it is supposed to be tied to
Broken.
both ends.
Yeah.
And then this thing broke off. Then I tell myself, wait, wait, wait. Let me keep the bulb like this and make sure hang it in a way that it sticks to that thing. Then I carefully put this in the. I played all these
Yes,
games.
yes, we all did it.
Carefully put it,
Yeah.
and it actually works. Then my question is the next is because now it has to go there. I can't be held like this. And so, is there a way in which I can somehow shake it and make it stick to it, Because you can't break the bulb. So, all these games. So, that is what we are doing. That is what we are,
Yeah.
as a doctor, that's what you're doing. Correct?
Yeah, that's it. And then with the help of psychologists and then psychotherapy and then different forms of stimulation, visual stimulation, auditory stimulation, sometimes a music therapy, and interacting with the people, known people, unknown people, and then it stimulates the neurogenesis. And then it starts working. It is a very what interested me. It's all discussed in our Vedas and then our Vedanta and then philosophy. It's fascinating. I was excited to see how much the Shankaracharya he put all this information in a few slokas and then wonderful. Thank you for analysis.
Thank you, Ramesh.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, Premaji had a question, no?
Yeah, I was thinking it was like a short circuit, which is noticed the brain is dysfunctional, and Dr. Ramesh is trying to make the circuit operative so it can come back to normal through various methods, like you said, music therapy and psychotherapy, etc. Again, it depends on how dysfunctional and how much it has to catch up to become normal. So the same process, Guruji, like you explained, how much punyam and how much the process has to take to be fully healed and to be well. And fully healed and well is becoming a jnani.
Yeah, to answer that
Possibilities,
question,
yeah? Yeah.
Premaji, the
Yeah.
same injury, two people can outcome and recovery time completely different. There, scientifically, we cannot tell why this person is recovered much faster, another person is not. Now, our Vedic philosophy, it says their karma, your karma, if I done the good karma, even though something upset happens, it will recover fast. And if a bad karma, or you have to go through again the long term, that could be one of the explanation. Exactly, I'm telling the same injury.
Having different results in different people.
Results, yes. Nobody can predict how soon, how much time it will take. Especially the brain injury is very fascinating thing to do.
Yes, it is fascinating. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
that.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Recently, I saw one article a couple of days back about some study finding neurons in the heart. Let me fish it out. Neural networks in the heart.
Oh,
I was trying to find out what I saw.
Ramesh has to tell us about this.
Yeah, neurons is nothing but of say cells, micro nerve cells. Almost all the tissues it is there. Each neuron is depending upon the neuroreceptors, they respond differently. For the heart, in the neurons, it will try to pump or relax. And in the nose, the neurons, it can stimulate the smell. The neurons in the nerve cells in the tongue, the taste. And then the ear like that. Yeah, it is present in all the tissues and different function assigned to each neuron.
Let me check what these articles meant. I mean, if it is common, I don't know what this article is about. Let me fish it out. I'll try to share it.
Yes. Thank you.
Interesting that you brought up the subject. Thank you.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantaraye Amrita Kalashahastaya Sarvamaya Vinashanaya Trailokyanataya Shri Mahavishnave Namaha.